We're going to log into the MYK brain and go into Select Posture. Here's our guy split into 4 different areas. We're going to find something wrong in each area this time. So let's click on the head. If you don't know how we evaluate, you can click on How to Evaluate, and the assessment video for that body part comes up. If we look under scapula and shoulders, there is an example area also. This is like a practice area with over 100 pictures of each body part so you can practice your analysis. We're not going to click on those right now because I want to try and keep this video as short as possible. So let's start choosing postural imbalances. We have head flexion. The scapula is retracted or adducted, depending on your verbiage. And let's say on the left. The shoulder was depressed or abducted on the right and medially rotated bilaterally. Then let's click Submit. Now let's click on the forearm. Let's say the forearm is pronated on the right. We didn't find anything in the wrist or the thumb or the fingers, so let's click Submit. Now we click on the low back area. And let's say that we have an adducted hip or an upslip on the left. Nothing in the knee, so let's click Submit. Now let's click on the foot. And let's say they have a plantar flexed ankle on both sides and a big toe that is flexed on the right. Now again, we'll hit Submit. It brings us back to our guy. And look at all those check marks. So now, let's just hit Calculate. What happens is more than one level had an equal number of postural imbalances, and so the brain is going to give us only the symptoms that would separate these nerves. Let's click on Named Conditions. I want to keep this at 2 nerves so I can show you what this does. So let's choose carpal tunnel on the right and difficult swallowing, and then click Submit. We are still at 2 nerves, so now we can muscle test to differentiate between those 2 nerves. And if you don't know how to muscle test or how we muscle test, you can click on the muscle and the video explaining how to do it shows up. Let's say the coracobrachialis tested weak, and so we're going to choose C6. This takes us to our treatment page, and at the top, we can click the arrow and it'll show all the postures and symptoms that we chose. It has the treatment videos and the written treatments if you don't want to watch a video. Let's look at the strengthening area. You can see the pectoralis major showed up in 20%, and these other muscles showed up in 10% of the person's postural imbalances. Which means if they would strengthen the pectoralis major, they could possibly balance more than one of their postural imbalances and jump through care faster. We can also save the treatment page below. But before we do that, let's go back up and click the secondary nerve problem. It says more than one nerve was found, so let's look at their symptoms. Let's click on Named Conditions. And I want it to stay with 2 nerves for this example, so let's choose knee pain only while running on the right and low back belt line area both sides. And then click Submit. Again, we get the muscle test to differentiate these 2 nerves, and let's go ahead and choose L4. Now our treatment page has a primary of C6 and a secondary of L4. If we click on the L4, we get all the treatment videos, even how to treat from one position for those people who have problems moving around. There are the written treatments if you don't want to watch the video, and down below are the strengthening exercises. This shows you a lot of what you can do with the MYK brain. To start with another person and get back to the main page, at the bottom we can click Return to the MYK brain, and at the top we can click the hamburger menu and then the MYK brain.